of stuff without even programming. And that's how insane it is. Anyone who's ever tried to program 3D in Flash or any other sort of software renderer will know that it's quite fiddly. Or even in OpenGL, you've got to do quite a lot of stuff yourself. But with Unity, it's all kind of taken care of for you. And here's this project that I made, and it's got this terrain object, and it's really easy to make a terrain object. You just create it, and then you mold it and make it go. It's like no code at all at this stage. So what else have we got? Well, there's a camera in there, which is attached to this player object, and we can look at that. And there's that little sound source, but there's no sound in this at the moment. But apart from that, there's nothing really in this. There's just literally the terrain and some lighting. And there's only one page of code in this, which is down here, and it's attached to the camera. It's attached to this player object. Now, it's quite similar to how Flash used to be, or how Directed was. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with those technologies, but it's like the scripts are kind of like behavior. So you apply these scripts to objects in the scene. And it's quite hard to get your head around if you're used to creating your own framework and stuff. To suddenly be presented with this stuff that's all mostly taken care of for you, you suddenly realise, actually, I'm not very good at modelling 3D, and what have I got to do now? So all of the code in this little demo is just here. It's just that code. And it's very similar to processing or open frameworks in that there are two functions that you implement. One is start, and that's called when your object is instantiated or initialized. The other one is called update. So basically, just one is called at the beginning, the other one is called every render cycle. So what have we got here? Well, there's not a lot of code, to be honest. This bit of code here just creates a load of barrels. Should we have a look at the barrels? Yeah! There you go. Barrels, I'm just placing them in the scene. I'm just going to make that go full screen. There you go. So I don't know if you can see, but they sort of fell down a little bit because these are solid three-dimensional physical barrels which have a sense of physics. And I'm putting those in with JavaScript. Let's just take a look at the code. Here I've just got two for loops there. I'm sure you're very familiar with this kind of syntax where I'm just creating an object and I'm adjusting its position depending on where in the array it is, and then I have some barrels, and they're in the scene. I mean, it's really, really easy. Then here, every frame, this bit of code here is actually updating the camera. So this is the few lines of code that actually turn my camera relative to my mouse. You probably saw that. But here, I'm checking to see, is the mouse button down? And if it is, then I create a new barrel, and I give it a physical force, and I add that to the barrel's rigid body as a physics object. So this means that whenever I click the mouse, I'm going to create a barrel and it'll go flying off into the distance. Let's see how that works. So there's the camera control that I mentioned. So let's just see what happens. There you go. Whoa. So, I mean, it's just so easy to do this stuff. I can't tell you how easy it is. I mean, what did I even really code there? But let's just see what its performance is like. I mean, that was like 3 rows of barrels. What should I try? Maybe 8 rows? Let's see what happens. 100. Oh, come on. 100? You're trying to kill my computer. Well, there you go. Whoa. That's quite a lot. Oh. Okay, let's up it a bit more. Probably 100 is a little bit ambitious. What do you think? Maybe 15? It's going to be quite a lot. Remember, that's rows and columns, so it's going to be like probably 100 or something. Whoa! Okay. Oh my God! Should we 100? Really? 100? Really? 100? That would be like basically 5,000. The other thing I'm going to do is when I fire the barrel, that's the amount of force that I give it. What about if I give it a bit more force? This is not going to be good, by the way, just so you know. Oh, just thinking about it. Oh, it's got. Oh my God! Oh my God! What's going on? Oh. You guys, you JavaScript guys, you're pretty damn extreme. That's all I can say. I don't know, can I even get that back? I don't know. I'm just kind of drowning in barrels at this point. Alright, let's just put that back. Something a bit more sensible. What were we on before? Alright, let's do 20. Come on. Oh, Laura, 20. Well, maybe we'll get a frame rate this time. There you go, look. I mean, that's still pretty cool. And I've got my supercharged barrel now, which is just basically fire holes in it. Anyway, how long have I got? I think I've got 10 minutes. Is that right, Remy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I can just quickly show you a project that comes with Unity, just to show you the sort of thing that's kind of possible if you're not just programming like one page of code. Can't really find that. Bear with me a moment. Thought it would be ready for me there, but it's not. Let's do a big demo. So again, this is the demo that comes with the new version of Unity, and it's got some pretty impressive built-in functionality. If I just double-click on that scene, and then we'll run it. And I'm pretty sure that this is mostly done in JavaScript. Most of the examples that you find in online are JavaScript. Most of the community seems to really like the JavaScript stuff. We built a Unity project last year as a research project, which wasn't for release, so I can't talk about it really. But we found that we had to do certain aspects of it using the flavor of C, I forget which one it is. So now you've got like a pretty serious game at this point. We've got a little soldier. Now you can see one of the cool things about Unity, I don't know if you can see his footfalls perfectly match that of the landscape, and that's something that they've been working really hard on, that smart system. And also he kind of looks where he's going as well, which is kind of interesting. You've also got like, oh, actually, I hate it when it does that. There you go. The mouse was off the screen, so I couldn't actually click on it. So built into Unity is also a particle system. So forget all that code I just showed you. You don't actually need it. You can just literally make these particles. It's all built in. All the physics is built in. The terrain system is built in. All you have to learn is how to make models, and you're pretty much laughing. The actual code side of it is really, really easy. So I think one of the big things about this demo is that they wanted to show off their water rendering skills. So there's like a waterfall there, and you can do that. So it's certainly, you know, it's pretty hardcore. And like I said before, it's like when I built the game using the system, it was kind of like, well, what did I actually program? And programming is like, okay, so there's some stuff to do with 3D that you've got to get your head around. But I've done bits of that before, so it's actually quite easy to get into. And once you get your head around things like Newtonian and rotational transforms in 3D and some of the other vector math stuff, it's honestly so easy. I really enjoy using it, so I'd definitely check it out. And there's a free version now too. Okay, so I'm going to quit out of this and get back to my slides. Okay, so, oh, wrong remote.